story games have a special way of pulling you into unforgettable adventures. So today I've picked 25 of the best offline story games for Android and iOS that are absolutely worth your time. If you enjoy discovering amazing mobile games, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now it's time to begin. Alright, let's kick off our list with game number 25. Coffee Talk. I've always enjoyed games that slow things down, and this one does it beautifully. Instead of fighting monsters, you're listening to people's struggles while serving warm drinks made from the ingredients you have. Even with its fantasy cast, the conversations feel incredibly human, and by the end, I genuinely cared about every customer. Moving on to number 24, Caravan SandWitch. If you've been waiting for something more relaxing, here's your break. Exploring a sci-fi world inspired by the French countryside while searching for your missing sister feels incredibly peaceful. I love taking my time, meeting new communities, and discovering little stories hidden across the map. Game number 23 is Mr. Hopp's Playhouse. I thought it would be another simple horror game, but it kept catching me off guard. Everything starts with a harmless toy rabbit, then the nightmares slowly become reality. The way it blurs dreams and real life creates constant tension, and I was nervous around almost every corner. Coming in at number 22, Iron Lung. If you love horror that relies on atmosphere instead of cheap jump scares, don't skip this one. You're trapped inside a tiny submarine with almost no visibility, forcing you to trust instruments more than your own eyes. The fear comes from what you can't see, and that's what makes it unforgettable. Next up, number 21, Dead River. Zombie games are everywhere, but this one grabbed me because it actually cares about its story. You play as a stranded former soldier trying to survive after the military loses control of the outbreak. The abandoned riverside setting keeps the tension high, and every encounter feels like it matters. At number 20, we have the Macabre Journey. This feels less like solving puzzles and more like wandering through a haunting Victorian fairy tale. Victor's search for Eleanor takes you across eerie locations packed with secrets, and I really enjoyed how exploration and storytelling blend together without rushing the experience. Sliding into number 19, Spyline Rally. I definitely wasn't expecting this mix of racing, escape room puzzles, and conspiracy. Four broke friends enter a massive eco-rally, only to uncover radioactive waste dumping and a mind control battery project hiding behind the event. The mystery kept getting crazier, and I loved every twist. Number 18 is Recolit. This game proves you don't need realistic graphics to create a memorable world. Crashing into a town where the night never ends instantly hooked me, and the pixel art gives it so much personality. Solving light-based puzzles while uncovering the town's strange secrets felt relaxing, mysterious, and surprisingly emotional. Up next, game number 17, School's Revenge. If you enjoy action RPGs with a revenge-driven story, this one deserves your attention. Rebuilding your reputation from scratch while forming the Revenge Army makes every victory satisfying. Fighting back against the mysterious shadows gave me that classic underdog feeling throughout the adventure. Coming in at number 16, Mind Shaper. I'm a huge fan of games with unusual ideas, and stepping directly into people's memories is one of the coolest concepts here. As Dr. Edgar Lucien, you solve surreal puzzles while uncovering hidden trauma, but the deeper you go, the more your own mind starts falling apart. Super creative stuff. Next on the list is number 15, Stranger. Right from the beginning, the mystery pulled me in. An unknown disease spreads, people either turn aggressive or disappear, and communication between cities suddenly stops. The constant uncertainty makes every new discovery feel important, and I couldn't stop wondering what was really happening. Game number 14 is Misguided Remastered. I honestly love how this mixes third-person combat with Indonesian folklore. Sylvia's search for her missing friend and her mother's final letter adds real emotional weight, while using axes and knives against terrifying supernatural creatures keeps the gameplay intense without taking away from the story. And wrapping up this part with number 13, Vohenn. After surviving a violent shipwreck, you explore a mysterious island once protected by elemental forces, but now consumed by darkness. I really liked uncovering the mystery behind the shattered harmonic stone, and the sense of adventure kept pushing me to see what waited beyond the next path. Alright, let's jump straight into game number 12, MORAX. If psychological horror is your thing, this one absolutely delivers. You guide a man who has lost his identity through a nightmare filled with blood, disturbing environments, and a dark conspiracy. I loved how the story slowly reveals its secrets instead of throwing everything at you. Coming in at number 11, Narin. After so many darker games, this one changes the pace without losing its sense of adventure. You play as Narin, a fearless dwarf warrior fighting to free Dwarvenia from goblins, trolls, and other monsters. The 2.5D action feels smooth, and exploring this world was honestly a lot of fun. Next up is number 10, Silent Reverie. I went in expecting a simple escape story, but it quickly became much bigger than that. After breaking free from a sinister research facility, you're trapped on an island built to hide dangerous secrets. Every new area made me question what was real, and the atmosphere never let up. Game number 9 is the Forest Quartet. This one surprised me in the best way possible. Instead of focusing on combat, you experience the story as the spirit of a late singer helping her band members heal before one final farewell concert. It's emotional, beautifully designed, and one of those games that stays in your mind long after it ends. Sliding into number 8, My Child, New Beginnings. This isn't the kind of game you play just to pass time. It sticks with you. Taking care of Klaus or Karen means helping them recover from deep emotional trauma, and every decision shapes their future. It's heartfelt, emotional, and honestly one of the most meaningful stories I've experienced on mobile. At number 7, we have Last Time I Saw You. This game has such a unique charm. You follow a young boy through 1980s Japan as he searches for the girl of his dreams, but things take a darker turn inside a haunted forest. The mix of coming-of-age storytelling and supernatural mystery completely won me over. Moving on to number 6, Mindcop. I'm always hooked by detective games, and this one adds a twist by putting you on a strict 5-day timer. Every conversation and investigation costs valuable time, so every decision matters. I kept second-guessing everyone, and the constant pressure made solving the case incredibly satisfying. Breaking into the top 5 is The Case of the Golden Idol. If you enjoy solving mysteries on your own, this is a masterpiece. Every murder scene is like a giant puzzle where you piece together clues instead of following obvious hints. I really appreciated how the game respects your intelligence and lets you connect the dots yourself. Our number 4 pick is PARANORMASIGHT. Visual novels aren't usually this gripping. Set in late 20th century Tokyo, the story follows multiple characters whose lives become connected through terrifying curses. I couldn't stop reading because every twist completely changed how I looked at the mystery. Taking the third spot is Drova. Fans of classic action RPGs are going to feel right at home here. Its handcrafted pixel art world is packed with meaningful choices, Celtic-inspired mythology, and powerful spirits caught in conflict. I loved how the world reacts to your decisions instead of feeling static. Runner-up, number 2, Sea of Stars. This is easily one of the most polished RPGs to arrive on mobile. The turn-based combat feels modern without losing that old-school charm, exploration is constantly rewarding, and the storytelling kept me invested from beginning to end. It's nostalgic in all the right ways while still feeling fresh. And finally, my number 1 pick, Control. I honestly never imagined I'd be playing an experience like this on mobile. The shifting Federal Bureau, supernatural powers, and mind-bending environments create a world unlike anything else. Every fight feels cinematic, every location hides another mystery, and from start to finish, this game completely blew me away. The list is complete. Now it's your turn. Which game deserves the number 1 spot in your opinion? Drop your answer in the comments. Like, subscribe, and find all game links in the pinned comment. Don't forget to explore our previous videos. Until next time.